Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Ready to Love. So, first of all, y'all have seen this shirt before, but just in case you ain't seen it, here you go. Here you go. This is what it's looking like. Ew. It says Queen at the bottom. For those of y'all who ain't seen it or you haven't seen it in a while, um, the lipstick that I have on is entitled Stay Satin by Rimmel London. Got this when they had a clearance, and I'm pretty sure it was less than $2. It might have been one of the ones that was 50 cents, and I ain't even pay attention to the fact that it was Rimmel London. But I don't use makeup, I just do lip stuff. So if I see something like this, I'm snatching it up. Like, it's stupid to leave that behind. Also, just want to say that I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. What am I supposed to say? I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't want to discuss anybody. I don't want to discuss anybody about what I'm about to show you, but I'm about to show y'all something. It's basically a piece of skin on my face from right here that I peeled off because my face keeps breaking out. But here it is, y'all. I'm so sick and tired. It's a piece of my skin on my face. I am trying to peel these dark spots off my face, and every time my skin does that, the masks break me out. But it's gone from breaking out both sides of my face to like specifically this spot and these dark spots right here. It just keeps going right here in a whole triangle, and I'm just like, why? So anyway, y'all, pardon how raggedy I look. I am very, very sorry in advance. So anyway, now that I have gotten the unpleasant treats out of the way, let's get into this recap review. So this episode started out with the men going into the man cave / the gentleman's lounge, and it's their week where they are going to be the ones who are determining which women or the woman who will be going home. So Tommy explained to them how it was going to go, and he was like, y'all gonna have to step out of y'all comfort zone and, you know, do what you need to do, because sometimes it takes you doing that in order for you to find what you need to find. He gave them a scenario letting them know about his real life situation with his wife, which is that he is a terrible dancer, but his wife loves to dance. And he said he felt like his wife, at the time, the person he was dating, was going to be done with him because he was such a terrible dancer. And he stuck with it, and it just was what it was. And that wasn't a factor. Like, do what she want to do, or do what you need to do to show them that you trying to be interested. You are into them, even if you can't do what they want you to do. Like that. But at least show that you are doing what you are doing to the point where it's like, okay, I really, really like you. So I'm trying to do this, even though it ain't my speed. Cool. All right, then. So I was like, okay, that was cool. I'm glad he told him about that. That was good. So anyway, y'all, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel because I'm just tired. I just want Corey to go home. I'm sorry. They should have just did a mass cleaning off rip. The first episode, the first real episode is what I want to call it. Off rip, they should have just told him to go home. Y'all, I'm trying not to say nobody else's name, but him for sure, for certain. I'm sorry. He got to go. I'm sorry. I can't. And these heifers really be sitting up here eating it up. And I'm like, he's saying what he got to say in order to stay. But y'all ain't catching that. But go off, though. So the first date happened with Aisha and Frank. Aisha is the woman who I keep telling y'all about, who, I ain't gonna lie, she had moments where I was like, you giving me flashbacks / PTSD about as far as Alexis from last season goes. So I was like, please don't do that. So at least in this episode, she wasn't giving me them vibes, so I'm glad. I don't know what it was. It was disturbing my nerves. But she and Frank went out on a date. And yeah. The date went well. They ended up getting in a photo booth and took really nice pictures. They are vibing well. But in my mind, even though they live for one another, I'm trying to see, unless they just did not show enough of the date, to me, I didn't see a connection like that. Like, I didn't see a strong connection like what they making it seem. I just feel like it was just a whole lot of just touching and caressing, and it was just that and not much conversation. So yeah, but I'm not counting them out. I'm not trying to read them. I'm just saying from what we saw, there wasn't much going on, but they took some really cute pictures together. Like, she is very beautiful. He's a handsome man. So they will make a really cute couple. So we'll see how that go. Y'all, my friend was messaging me like it's some deep stuff going on. But anyway, so as far as Aisha and Frank's date, like, it was a cute date. Like, they were playing pool. She does not know how to play pool, so he had to teach her. And then they had a moment where they took a break from playing pool, and he basically made it plain that he was paying attention to everything that she said to him, which was that she is a mother and she loves being a mother and all these other things. Like, he was repeating stuff back to her that he felt brings out a great part of her that he finds attractive about her. So it kind of was making her smile and, you know, possibly blush. I thought it was cute. So, I mean, but like I said, like, I feel like we didn't see enough for us to really be like, ooh, that's going to be one of the couples left standing at the end of this. I don't know yet. I didn't see enough personally. That's just me. So next, Carrie and Tyrone linked up. And y'all know that Tyrone is the guy who the ladies found out called her and was like, yeah, I can't date a whole lot of y'all at the same time. So it's like the way he said it, the way he basically dismissed her was very off-putting to everybody. They ended up talking about it because that was going to definitely be the elephant in the room. And so he was trying to make it seem like she came off like she was aggressive. And when they were at the mixer, another woman gave her number to him, and he noticed out of the corner of his eye the way that she reacted. And it's like, what? And she was just like, I don't understand. Like, I gave you my number and as well. So it's like, what is we talking about? Like, he basically trying to say that, oh, she was being aggressive, and the way that she took it was like, you basically trying to make it seem like I'm thirsty and I got all these issues going on with me when you are the one who handled me wrong. Child, that conversation basically went nowhere in my eyes because he was just making it seem like, I have interest in other people that are greater than the interest that I have in you, pretty much. And he just would not get off of that and just making it seem like, I mean, you just came off aggressive the way that you, I was like, nothing about her from what I've seen up until this point has come off as aggressive. She genuinely thought that there was a connection and she was trying to pursue said connection. So I don't understand what he thought he was seeing. But I don't think he gonna last much longer on here anyway. I don't understand how he got this far, but go off. I guess because there's other people who are way worse off than him, but go off though, like the Corys of the world. But like I said, go off though. So the only thing positive that I can say about Corey is that he set up a roller skating date. I'm trying to get back into roller skating, y'all. So, I mean, again, that's the only reason why he get a brownie point. Anyway, so he set up this date and it was a double date. It was him, Cornelius, Zadia, and Courtney. So he ended up having one-on-one time with Courtney, and Cornelius had a whole lot of one-on-one time with Zadia. I don't know what it is about Zadia because she just has this possessiveness. And it's like, ma'am, this is almost pretty much like day one, day two, and you setting it off because when everything first happened, it seemed like it was just 3 people there. So she was like, are you really, nobody else was invited? Like, because she asked Corey since he's the one who set it up. And he made it seem like nobody else was coming. It was just going to be the 3 of them. Then Courtney came through the door. And so she was like, oh, okay. Because I was about to say, because you could tell she wasn't really, or am I saying the right name? I feel like I am. It is Zadia. Because Mameen is another person. Let me make sure. Yeah, Zadia is the one who I am referring to. Yeah, that's a different person. Just making sure. Because she does come up later on. So anyway, like I said, Corey is off with Courtney. And, you know, he is like, apparently he could skate. He could skate decently well. And everybody else is somewhat struggling or whatever. And so it's like he was almost teaching Courtney how to keep her balance and, you know, glide and all that stuff, which I might have to teach myself again because I have not done that in about 12 to 15 years. I had rollerblades and I actually knew how to roller skate. Like, I got to get back into it, y'all. Oh my gosh. I have been searching for like a year for the perfect pair of skates. I want an indoor pair and an outdoor pair, and I want a couple of different pairs. Like, y'all, I want some. I am gonna get some custom ones that are like Air Force Ones, and I want some that are like child, what's them things called? Air Maxes, and I want some like it's like different ones because you can get some custom made to the type of sneaker or whatever that you want. I'm not advanced enough to be sitting up there getting no like girly boots or nothing like that. They're gonna be like Air Force Ones, but yeah, Airwalks, stuff like that. Once I get back how I used to be, because I used to get like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I got excited about that. Like I said, that's the only reason why he got a brownie point. So anyway, they off doing what they doing, and Zadia and Cornelius are talking. So Cornelius seems to be very distracted with what's going on over there with them. And initially, like I was saying, y'all, I got off track because the shoots, the boots, or whatever you want to call them, because a lot of people call skates boots. So anyway, when old girl came in, he hugged her. And so she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's enough. Like she's being very, very possessive. And it's like, ma'am, everybody is still in the getting to know you phase. So why are you acting as if this is your man? Calm down. So it's obvious that he lived for her. And there were moments where he would glance over there and see what they was doing. I think it was mainly outside of the fact that he liked her a whole lot more and was feeling her a whole lot more than he was feeling her. But I don't think that he was into her like that. I feel like he was somewhat bored with the conversation that they were having. So yeah, that was awkward. And I really hate the fact that Corey was looking like he was somewhat of a decent person to date in this moment. When they had their moment, they showed them off to the side. He was all up on, y'all, I swear, it just had my skin crawling when he was rolling behind her. Like he all got his hands on her waist and doing all this. He all low to the ground, got his face basically in her behind, in her butt crack, doing this, skating behind her. Y'all know he just lived to touch folks. That's what it is. So y'all, I can't. I don't care what kind of fraternity he in. I just can't. Like, did he pay to get them letters? Did he pay for it? Child, but anyway, he gotta go. He gotta go. So anyway, he was talking her language, and after the date was over, they ended up, turning their shoes back in, and he just sat up here and was like, yeah, on my way here, I thought about you, and I felt like I needed to do something special. So apparently he stopped and got some flowers, and then he presented them to her. So they looking like, wait a minute, what's going on over here? Cornelius looking a little bit shook, like, wait a minute, what's going on over there? And their situation is not looking good at all. Their interaction is not looking the way it need to look. So side note, and I'm going to tell y'all about this person in more depth at some point in time, but Cornelius looks a whole lot like my friend who was in the military that I told y'all about, who he was on a special assignment for a year. He just got back, literally just got back at the beginning of this month. So he stayed a couple of months over. But anyway, the mission is finished and he's going back to Texas. He came and got some stuff. We had a conversation. We had to have a come to Jesus moment because I'm going to get into that. But anyway, I brought that up to say that he has like the same smile as him. They actually favor one another. He just looks like, Cornelius literally looks like he might be his older cousin. Like they look so much alike, except my friend is like darker skinned and he's not bald. And like he's not as buff. Like they legit look the same. I'm just like, man, I really wonder if he's related to him because I'm in the DMV. So it legit could be one of his cousins or something, y'all. So I was just like, dang, I kept trying to figure out why he looked a little bit familiar. But yeah, he might be kin to him. I'm thinking of asking him, sending him a picture and be like, is this somebody kin to you? Because he looked like him. But I digress. So anyway, their conversation is not where it needs to be, and I'm not here for them. I don't see it. I don't know if she gonna make it, but ain't nobody here for it. So anyway, Mumeen, I'm probably saying her name very terribly wrong. Mumeen and Walter ended up going to I don't know if it was a park or if it was a planetarium. Not a planetarium, y'all. I don't know why. It's just a nursery for flowers. But they went. It was very beautiful. I haven't been to a place like that in a long time. But they went and they were talking and they got deep into some things. And he was asking her, like, do you like older men because you had issues with your daddy? He didn't have a great relationship with his father. His daddy is living in the Philippines and does not have a relationship with him. He's tried to reach out to his daddy. He has gone so far as to type up a 6-page letter sent to his daddy. His daddy will reach out to him on Facebook and be like, happy birthday. Like, they have no relationship pretty much. And I'm just like, child, that's ridiculous. I can't, like, that's, y'all, I really get so triggered when I see situations like this, especially when people don't have fathers that are present in the home. Like, you helped to create this person. Why are you not there? That has always done something to me because my daddy has always been there. My daddy ain't never played that. Like, my daddy quit smoking cold turkey when he found out that my mama was pregnant with me. I'm the firstborn. My daddy was like, wait a minute. Like, it was just a wrap. Never went back to it. He don't drink alcohol no more. He don't do none of that. I would have never known any of this stuff was in his past life had it not come up in random conversation after I was pretty much grown. Because I would never imagine my daddy picking up a drink, let alone a cigarette, a pipe, or nothing else. So anyway, I just don't understand this. So she has somewhat of a relationship with her daddy, but it's not strong. And so he straight up asked her, like, is that why you go for older dudes or whatever? She was like, it is, but I have healed from my issues, but she still like what she like. And I'm like, okay, as long as that is what it is, cool, do what you do. But they say they had a connection, and I was like, okay. So Shiloh, Carrie, Phil, and I think Dante, they all went out on a date. And it was a double date where they were working out and all this other stuff. And of course, the men liked the stretches that was going on. And I was like, okay, go off though. We saw Phil and like I'm trying to make sure I get these people's names right. We saw Phil and Shiloh having a moment. And I don't know what it is. Like, it was very awkward watching Carrie and Dante trying to have a conversation. Like, she tried to start off and she like reached out to try to touch him. Like, he was already like not here for her. I was like, what is going on? What happened? Like, he was already not here for her off rip. So it's like she kept trying to carry the conversation. He would just look at her. I was just like, what is going on? So that was terrible to watch them. And needless to say, Phil's conversation with Shiloh went well. They had a connection before, so I expected nothing less from them. So they ended up going off somewhere else, and it was just nice. And so, you know, he wanted to know, like, what's her love language and, you know, things that she like and all this other stuff. And she said something about discreet PDA because she don't want to be out there just all open doing the most in front of everybody, just out in the open. And so he was like, what do you mean? I need an explanation. I need you to describe what you're talking about. So she got up, then she walked past him, and it was kind of like, let me brush you across the, like, he was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. But yeah, I liked their interaction. It was really, really nice. You could tell it was genuine. I was here for it. I like the blue or purple streaks that she has in her hair. But yeah, like I said, this situation with Dante and Carrie, no ma'am. It's not there. There is no connection. And it's like she even said in the confessional that she trying, but ain't nothing popping off. And I was just like, child, So then we end up seeing, what is her name? Like, we don't really see her that much. Wait a minute. Let me get her name. I think I'm going to say the wrong name. I don't want to say the wrong name. Y'all, my bad. But, hold on. Let me get these names right. Okay, the wig threw me off because I was like, who is this? Okay, so Zadia and Naeem linked up and they had a um mixology type situation to pop off, and it was what it was. They act like they was here for each other. I didn't really see it like that, but as long as they here for it, okay. So then the actual person that their actual job is them doing all of this mixology and all that stuff. Frank and Tasia, they ended up linking up. Child, that was just not it, because apparently what she has a tendency to do is talk about her business and her degrees or whatever, but mainly her business. And I'm like, girl, I'm happy that you are an entrepreneur, but ma'am, if you're here for love, I'm gonna need for you to understand. They already know that. Now, that was the introductory phase. Unless they ask about it again, there ain't no reason for you to keep bringing it up. So the situation ain't going nowhere at this moment, and I'm just like, child, what is going on? It was so dry. It was so dry. Not here for it. But yeah, like I said, Zadia threw me off with the wig because I was like, who is that? Who is that? But yeah, Zadia and Naeem, they seemed like they was cool. She said she loves to be spoiled and she wants to be able to have a man that she can spoil as well. She's used to spoiling herself, and it is what it is. And so he here for it because he's like, okay, she's a woman who knows what she wants. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know how much longer he gonna last. But anyway, as far as Tasia is concerned, I don't know. And then people are not here for her like that. Like, you can tell the people ain't here for her like that. And it's already bad enough. We already getting a stigma, girl. You the thickest one on there. They already looking at you like, I don't know about all that, because you're not looking like Vernisha. You ain't looking at that type of thick. And that's not no disrespect. I'm just saying it's a different type of thick. There are so many different types of thick. I'm just saying. Because y'all know the difference. And like I said, there's no shade in me saying that. I'm just saying. So anyway, the men end up linking up and discussing how their dates went. Ultimately, they said Tasia is in the bottom two and Carrie is in the bottom two. And it's just rough. It's rough. And people are not here for Carrie. People are not here for her. And I feel like she is very, very nice, very sweet. And I don't know what it is. Like, maybe she wasn't aggressive enough. Because old boy really was trying to make it seem like she was just so aggressive. And I'm like, she really wasn't, though. She's very beautiful. And hopefully she will find somebody that matches what she's giving off or amplifies what she gives off. Because I was here for her. I liked her. So it is what it is. I'm actually shocked that Tasia is still there. Because, like I said, it is a very big point that old boy made, Frank, when he said that every time they see her, she's always talking about her business. So yeah, anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to this recap review for Ready to Love. I am about to continue watching some other stuff. I am well aware that I did not do my recap review for 20s. Hopefully I'll do it before the next episode airs, because like I said, they tried me at work. I don't remember if I said that at the beginning, but yeah, my job's been trying me and I'm tired. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Be safe out there, and I will see y'all later on. Bye.